retirement and prepare yourself for a better financial future. But you've got to act now. Call us today at 833-8-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Conditions apply. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 3030.
The original Peloton bike offers more motivation.
Great job, team!
70% of members say they work out more now with Peloton than before. Get game-changing cardio at a new game-changing price. The original Peloton bike, now $400 less. Learn more at onepeloton.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So you've got an oil change coming up? We can help you get started. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Castrol GTX and an STP oil filter, plus an STP air filter or cabin air filter for just $34.99. And you can get it all fast, your way. Just order online with our free same-day store pickup or next-day delivery.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Start your job today at AutoZone.com. Restrictions apply.
You're ready to get out and get moving. And whether it's surfing, playing tennis, or hiking every path you can find, you're going to need some essential new gear. Essentials that are even more rewarding with the Bank of America customized cash rewards credit card. You can choose to earn 3% cash back on online shopping, which could increase to 5.25% as a preferred rewards member. Visit bankofamerica.com/more rewarding and apply now. The essentials have never felt more rewarding. Copyright 2021 Bank of America Corporation. Michigan, this is the story of Kaylee, who was unvaccinated.
I got COVID and was hospitalized for a month. I was 39 weeks pregnant. I couldn't breathe at all. I had a blood clot in my lungs. It caused me to go into right-sided heart failure. There was lots of talk about putting me on a ventilator. I thought I was gonna die. I was worried that he was gonna grow up without a mom. You know, being 27 and a mom and a wife and having that all almost taken away from me. It's scary. And if a vaccine can prevent that from happening, why not?
Find your vaccine at michigan.gov/COVID vaccine. A message from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services.
This hour of instant feedback brought to you by Mike Papura of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, call 877-734-2200.
97 won the ticket and the Bet 1270, your home for the NFL on Westwood One. Las Vegas Raiders host the Baltimore Ravens. Monday Night Football. Pre-game at 7:30 on the Bet 1270, Detroit.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the picks. It's week 2, week 1 of the NFL. After last week, the Gov in first place with a record of 4-1. John is 3-2. Myself and Greg 2-3. Only one person had the Island pick. That was John, who was Wolverine on. Person picked the Wolverines. All right.
Yeah, I don't know when the last time I got a Michigan game right.
Sounds like me. Actually, I usually pick against them.
You always do.
You know, and who knows? We'll continue.
And he's very sorry about it.
Yeah. Jamie always loved to point that out. That's what I'm sorry.
All right,
Can you play it out, John?
We start in Columbus, where the Ohio State Buckeyes are 14.5-point favorites against the Ducks of Oregon. They're traveling cross country. Their best player, somebody who might be the number 1 pick in the draft, Thibodeau, he might not be playing. Here's we go. The Oregon 1-5 against the spread in their last 6. Ohio State 4-0-1 against the spread in September. I know the shoe might not be packed either.
I know.
Which is really weird.
Yes. They pack it for spring games.
Yeah. What's going on with that? It must be people are in Ohio maybe a little too scared of COVID. I have no idea.
I know.
Anyway.
Before last week.
Give me the Buckeyes.
And touchdown.
All right, John.
I'm going with the Buckeyes as well because Oregon actually trailed Fresno State in the fourth quarter last weekend. And they ended up winning 31-24. Anthony Brown, their quarterback, was 15-24. They're just not going to be able to keep up with the scoring that Ohio State can. Ohio State's defense is not that good, but with Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, and the amount of talent they have in the backfield, just way too much scoring power for Ohio State.
Those people? Gov.
Hey, I said before the season that I thought this was a trouble game for Ohio State, and I'm sticking to my guns, and I wish we knew if Thibodeau was playing. I believe he will. That's kind of just my read on the situation. This is 14.5 points, guys, and they beat Minnesota by 14, and their offense was pathetic in the first half last week. And yeah, they got, a lot of open space. Geez, Minnesota's defense was god-awful in the second half. Oregon's defense is not your typical Oregon defense. As Cristobal's, team solid in the trenches. I'm going to take the Ducks here. I just think it's too many points. I do still think Oregon has a chance to actually win this thing outright. I don't think they will, but I think they have a chance, and so I got to take the points. It's a trap.
Greg Hargrave.
Yes, I have heard Mike and Rico talk about this being a trap spread where it's so high they're trying to entice you to take Oregon, and that leads to maybe thinking that the pick is going to be Ohio State. Well, I'll take the bait and I'll take the Ducks.
Man. All right, next we go to Spartan Stadium, where the Michigan State Spartans are favored over the Penguins of Youngstown State. Nice. By 20 points. John, start us off.
I'm going to take the Spartans. I know it's 20.5. It's a lot of points, but what I saw last week, Kenneth Walker coming out of the backfield, I think they take the reins off Peyton Thorne, and Jalen Naylor are going to have big games. Mel Tucker wants to continue to make a statement, and he's going to continue to do it against Youngstown State. Michigan State by more than 20.5.
Tom.
This is your classic sandwich game where Michigan State just looked great last week. They really did. I was impressed with them. And you got Miami next week. But the opponent here, I think, is so down the scales that I still think Michigan State covers this. I'm a little leery on the 20.5, but I will take it. The beat was Northwestern by 17 on the road.
Yeah.
You'd think they would be able to win this by 3 touchdowns.
My son is starting to learn more and more words every day. I have not heard him say the name of the Michigan State mascot. However, I have heard him say, Penguin, Penguin. Give me Youngstown State.
Well, let me tell you something. When you have to struggle to be the incarnate word and go into overtime to do it, you're not a good football team, despite the fact you're 9-2 in the last 11 against the spread, 4-1 as a dog, and the Spartans' trends are not good. 5-12 against the spread, 1-7 as a favorite. But you know what? Give me the Spartans. I'll lay the 20.5. All right, we go to the next game, which takes place in Ann Arbor, Michigan, the Big House, where the Washington Huskies also travel across the country, take on the Michigan Wolverines. Wolverines are favored by 6.5 points. The Govs start us off.
Toughest game, I think, to pick by far out of all these. Classic, up-down here. I went back and forth, and I didn't make a decision on this until about 10 minutes ago. I'm going to take the points here. I don't trust Michigan's run game, and I don't trust their offense. I think they somehow figure out a way to win this thing, but I think it's going to be ugly. And I think Washington's defense will play well, and it'll be a low-scoring game. I really love the under here. Give me the Huskies.
Gregory Hargrave.
I am not chasing last week's results. Just like Tom said, I'll go with the college up-down theory. Give me UW.
I wasn't quite sure how I was going to go in this game.
You're going to put me back on the island?
It's dope.
Until I saw this one stat. Michigan is 1-11 against the spread in their last 12 games against Pac-12 teams.
They don't use that anymore. They got some new, funky theme.
I know.
Yeah, I'm going back on my island. Michigan, this is going to be...
Stunner.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm 1-0 on it, so... That's my island, and it's going to be a low-scoring affair, but when you're only able to run for 65 yards against the Grizz, what makes you believe that they're going to be able to come in here and run? They're ineffective passing the ball. I know that we talked to Brock yesterday that some of their receivers may be back. I don't think they're going to be in top-notch condition. Dylan Morris, 3 interceptions. He continues the turnover woes for them.
Stoney, what do you mean except Ohio State?
Yeah. Exactly. I'll live on my island. That's fine. Stay off my island.
All right, let's go now to the National Football League. We go to Arrowhead Stadium, where the Kansas City Chiefs are a 6.5-point favorite against the Cleveland Browns. Greg Hargrave, where are you going here?
Well, you see in a game like you do with the Bucs and the Cowboys how much points can be at a premium in the NFL. These are two good teams that are expected to contend for the AFC. But I'll take the points, and I'll get the points at 6.5 with the Browns going on the break.
The Cleveland Browns are 4-1 in the last 5 against the spread on the road. Kansas City, hard to believe. If you're betting with Andy Reid, you better get a second mortgage or something, because the Chiefs are 1-9-1 in the last 11 against the spread.
I would actually argue to stop.
Exactly. Take the Browns and the points. We now go to John Jansen.
OBJ, DPJ, JL. Jarvis Landry needs a bit of weight. And with what they have in the backfield, with what they have up front, this is one of the better offensive lines in the NFL. I do think the Chiefs win, but they don't cover. So give me the Browns.
Go.
Well, I got to put my money where my mouth is, and I picked the Cleveland Browns to win the Super Bowl yesterday. So I'm going to take Cleveland here. I'm not quite sure if they win the game. What I love about this is, look, again, I think Kevin Stefanski is the next great thing in the NFL in terms of coaching. He has seen this game on the schedule for 5 months and had that time to prepare for Patrick Mahomes. They keep this game close. Give me the Browns.
Bitterly disappointed.
All right, and we close it out at Ford Field, where your Detroit Lions take on the San Francisco 49ers. Let me tell you, those Lions 49ers games at Ford Field, Jim Schwartz, Jim Harbaugh, they bring back such great memories.
Legendary.
Yes. The Lions are 3-6 against the spread in their last 9. San Francisco, you know what? Who cares about the trends? Just give me the Niners.
Yeah, there's not much more to say about this one. I'm going to take the Niners as well, and I'm going to go full Stoney. I'm sorry, Dan. I'm sorry, Brad. Sorry, Sheila. I'm going to have to take the Niners.
You're just sorry. Go.
I will use Greg's analogy earlier. Last night showed you what the NFL is really about. Everybody thought Tampa would cover that, or at least win by more than needing the last-second field goal. Points are premium in the NFL. This is way too many points for the Niners to be favored by early in the year like this. The Lions know kind of what the Niners want to do. The Niners have no clue what the Lions want to do. There'll be a lot of emotion in that stadium with fans back. The Niners win this game, but the Lions play a respectable game, lose 24-20-ish.
By the way,
the Lions and the points.
By the way, I don't think the Lions know what they're going to do either.
What's that?
I don't think the Lions even know what they're going to do.
We'll see. I think that's just too many points in an opener.
We know that the 49ers defense can be scary, especially the defensive line. We know the Lions didn't look good in the preseason. We don't know what teams look like going into week 1, really, in the NFL when the lights come on for real. Give me the Lions plus 7.5.
Oh,
Wow.
John, you took 4 favorites. I took 4 dogs.
Yep.
I like my chances.
All right.
Anywhere, I'm going to give you a little, Daddy's going to give you a little advice here.
Oh, please do, yes.
Don't get in the trap of picking too many favorites.
I'm picking the ones that I think are going to win. That's all I'm doing.
Well, they got to cover the points, too.
I agree. I said that. That's why I'm picking the picks on this that I think are going to win. Not the team that's going to win. Kansas City's going to win, but I took the Browns.
I think you're laying a combined 49.5 points.
That's fine. As long as I'm on my island, you can stay off my island, Mr. Hargrave, Mr. Stone, Gov. Don't ever dock your boat on my island.
And those are the picks. The 97-1, the ticket.
Hey, it is week 1. The NFL is back. We saw it last night. And FanDuel Sportsbook is celebrating with 40-to-1 odds on any week 1 game. So if you missed out last night, trust me, there are plenty of opportunities to still do it. Who doesn't want to win $200 on a simple $5 bet? It's not a Hail Mary. It's that simple. New customers get 41 odds when you place your first wager. FanDuel is sports betting made simple. The app is easy to use, and when you win, you're going to get your money in as little as 24 hours. Take a look, listen to the picks that we just made. We're going to give you those those again later in the show. So see for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. They're always hooking you up with exclusive odds boosts, great promotions, and so much more. Just sign up with promo code Jansen and you could win $200 by only risking $5. That's promo code Jansen exclusively on FanDuel Sportsbook. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official partner of 97.1 The Ticket. Must be 21 or older, present Michigan. New users only, $10 first deposit required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max bonus $200. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Restrictions apply. Gambling problems? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJE AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. It's still a mainly quiet drive on the roads this morning. The only issue is in the work zone, 75 southbound at 9 Mile, where there's a disabled vehicle blocking the left lane. Added backups can be expected from 12 Mile. The COVID vaccine is safe, effective, and trusted by experts. Find yours at michigan.gov/COVID vaccine or call 211. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
The Michigan Wolverines host the Washington Huskies. Kick off tomorrow night at 8 on 104.3 WOMC.
This is Boomer Esiason with an Odyssey Sports Minute. The NFL kicked off the season last night with concerns about two starting quarterbacks. How much does Tampa Bay's Tom Brady have left at age 44? And how rusty and how sturdy would Dallas' Dak Prescott be after not playing for 11 months? Following 2 ankle surgeries and a sprained throwing shoulder, Prescott was not on any pitch count. He did complete 42 of 58 attempts for 403 yards and 3 touchdowns with 1 interception, while Brady connected on 32 of 50 for 379 yards and 4 scores with 2 picks. Dallas offensive coordinator Kellen Moore had a clever game plan that obviously eschewed the run and skirted Tampa Bay's fierce interior pass rush by utilizing a variety of short, quick outside pass plays. Ultimately, the Cowboys' big mistake was leaving Brady a minute 24 on the clock to engineer Ryan Succop's game-winning field goal. Bucks 31, Cowboys 29. What an entertaining opener, and what a game by the 44-year-old Tom Brady. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Starting route to 9060 West Outer Drive. Head south on Inkster Road.
What's your ultimate game day experience? A tricked-out man cave? Deluxe tailgate? Then enter the 5-hour Energy Football Sweepstakes for a chance to win $10,000. And make your ultimate game day experience
in 1.7 miles.
To enter,
turn left onto West 14 Mile Road.
Upload the receipt. It's that easy. The 5-hour Energy Football Sweepstakes. Enter today.
No purchase necessary. Must be 18 and listened to eBay since December 10th, 2021. For official rules and how to enter without purchase, visit buymeacheapsport.com. For prohibited.
Get more miles on the road with O'Reilly Auto Parts. A clean fuel system means better gas mileage for your car. Right now at O'Reilly Auto Parts, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Injector Cleaner for $8. Plus, earn double load rewards points. For a clean, lubricated, more fuel-efficient system, stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It's September 2021. I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. With mortgage interest rates the lowest they've been all year, it's your second chance to refinance. Don't miss out. Call Hall Financial today to see if you qualify for our no appraisal 8-day close. Our commitment to speed and client service has earned us nearly 4,000 5-star reviews. Start your refinance today. Call 248-308-5000 or chat with us right now at callhallfirst.com.
Hull Financial, NMLS ID 1467435, Equal Housing Lender.
Taylor Chevrolet is here to help you drive a newer, certified pre-owned car or truck. Upgrading your vehicle is really pretty easy. Leave the details to Taylor Chevrolet. Simply start by applying for credit at helpgetalone.com to get pre-qualified in seconds. All applications are welcome. Get your car's trade-in value by visiting TaylorChevy.com. Add your cell phone number and click Text My Trade Value. Doesn't get much easier than that. Chevrolet, find new roads. Taylor Chevrolet on Telegraph north of Eureka. Taylor says yes.
We say yes.
I'm real going to give it. So real that Seasons will give you some authentic NFL gear when you bet $100 in September. So download the app and get live in-game betting, parlays, Seasons rewards, and some authentic NFL gear. I'm an official sponsor of the NFL, people.
Must be 21. Offer valid in Michigan only for new and existing users locked into this offer. Jersey awarded as a gift card. Options may vary. Terms and conditions apply. See Caesars.com/promos. Gambling problem? Call the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Gambling Disorder Helpline at 1-800-270-7117.
The original Peloton bike offers more motivation.
Great job, team!
70% of members say they work out more now with Peloton than before. Get game-changing cardio at a new game-changing price. The original Peloton bike, now $400 less. Learn more at onepeloton.com.
14 Mile Road, then turn right onto Inkster Road.
Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Stoney and Jansen.
97 won the ticket. Guys, I have some weird feelings about...
At the stop sign, turn right onto Inkster Road.
First of all, we need to discuss this, John. He is a vegan, so that goes up against everything you believe in.
Yes.
Wait, a vegan, right, Stoney?
Yeah, vegan.
In 1.9 miles, turn left onto West 12 Mile
But
Road.
I see a tweet here. From Kate Cunningham. I follow him on Twitter. I like how my Cowboys came out week 1, though I'm not tripping. It's a Cowboy fan.
And a vegan.
Yeah.
It's offended both of us.
I know. But I will give him the benefit of the doubt on the Cowboy fan. He is from Dallas. You're allowed.
Yes. And he's well, yeah, but if you're from Dallas,
you should root for him. You're okay.
You should.
Yes. You're okay.
Coming from Texas, vegan?
That is kind of weird.
Yeah. But
You know what I say,
he's
Stoney?
young. He's young.
When they jump it up in October, go get buckets.
That's right. I know. I know.
Agreed.
Absolutely. Lions begin, as you know, on Sunday against the San Francisco 49ers. And there is a chance, looks like it's actually a good chance, that Taylor Decker will not be playing. Now, John, you are a rugged offensive lineman. In fact, yesterday I actually saw pictures of you with your hands taped up. You had, broken hands? And you played?
Yeah, I had a couple of broken hands, yeah.
And you played football.
Played the game of football.
Taylor Decker has a finger injury. I don't know if it's a broken finger. I have no idea. And look, I'm not, believe me, he's a hell of a lot tougher than I am. My question is, if John Jansen can play with 2 broken hands, why can't Taylor Decker play with a bad finger? I know, I'm putting you on the spot.
Well, and so you would think, I mean, if it's just a broken finger, like it just a...
Just a broken finger.
I mean,
I love that mentality.
Well, and so my kids asked me the other day, they're like, how many times have, you broken bones? And, I kind of go through the list of, and every finger, different parts of the finger, it just happens, right? And so you have one that's next to it, you can, tape it to it. There's a lot of things you can do, but I don't know the extent
Maybe there's an infection in there.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a compound fracture where it's actually, it's something broke through the skin, you don't know. There's a lot of things we don't know. But so you can play with broken bones, but it doesn't always mean you can, right? We're jumping the gun a little bit on that one, but I agree with you. Just get the game of play.
Okay, but more importantly,
what happens in the absence of one Taylor Decker?
Right.
Are you going to go into this game with Matt Nelson as your starting left tackle, knowing that you've got to play one of the Bosa boys? And just really that entire defense, it's a good defense up front.
Yes.
And do you keep Penei Sewell, who was the number 1 rated left tackle coming out of this year's in this year's draft? Do you keep him at right tackle, or do you move him over and put Matt Nelson at right tackle and allow Penei Sewell to play his natural position and take over that left tackle spot?
Well, for me to answer that question would be like asking me how to paint the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
You actually would know a hell of a better than I. So, like, for me, I would say, you know what? You keep Sewell where he is at right tackle and put Nelson at left tackle, because a rookie, in my mind, and that's why I'm going to defer to your expertise.
6.2 miles.
Okay,
Take
left
exit
tackle,
14C onto
coming in,
M39
now
and
they're trying to make him a
Southfield
right
Freeway.
tackle. He's trying to work on that. Then he's moving back to left tackle. His mind maybe just, that could be screwing him up even more.
Well,
long term.
You have obviously been paying attention when I talk, so I appreciate that. I agree with you. And this is a time where we've talked about the struggles of Penei Sewell at right tackle. We've talked about him not being comfortable, being off balance. He's been on the ground. That, to me, is the signal of that. There's 2 schools of thought. You keep him at right tackle. You keep him, and he's focused on that, because Taylor Decker, broken finger, is not going to keep you out all year.
Right.
He's going to be back. And so you keep him there at right tackle, and you allow him to continue to develop that position, the footwork. Don't confuse things. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. Or you could move him over to left tackle. Now, this is the other school of thought. You can move him over to left tackle, and he knows that when Taylor Decker comes back, Taylor Decker's still the left tackle. but you allow him to go out there and be comfortable playing the game of football again. And go out there and just, hey, we want you to play the game of football, have fun, and see what he does. Because going to the NFL is a huge step for anybody, but especially for a kid that the last time he played college football, he was 18 years old. He's only 20 years old right now. He's a young player, and you want to build confidence in that young player. So if you move him over and he's just doing things out of habit, he's doing things because it's natural and it's comfortable, you can build his confidence so that when he goes back over to the right side, now all of a sudden, hey, I've played in the NFL, I've played a few games, I've played against one of the bosses, I've played against, whoever it is that they're playing against, and I had success. I know I can play at this level now. All I've got to do is worry about my technique. So that's the two schools
Stay in the left 3
I
lanes.
would go with the first one, where you don't mess with his mind, because it is completely different.
Right.
It's not that easy to just say, okay, well, even numbers to the right, odd numbers to the left. When you hear 25, I'm stepping with my left. Yes, in your mind it's that easy, but when you're looking across the line of scrimmage and it's go time, it's not as easy as it sounds.
What's your gut feeling on what Hank Throws is? Because you know him.
Yeah.
He's the offensive line coach. He played in the league. What's your gut feeling on how he's going to handle it?
My gut says that they keep Penny Sewell at right tackle, and then you find ways to help Matt Nelson with a running back coming off the edge, a fullback coming. They got Kabinda, get him coming off the edge to help set that edge and pass protection. The issue's not going to be in the run game. I mean, he would rather have Tampa Decker, but Matt Nelson can do a fine job. Or you put a tight end there. You put a receiver in motion. There's a lot of different ways that you can help him in pass protection and limit you offensively. But you don't want to create two problems by trying to solve one.
This is maybe downside of Mason.
Maybe, but again, it's one game. We don't even know if he's going to be out. And if he is able to play, it's and here's the question: is Taylor Decker at 80% and limiting and using one of his hands better than Matt Nelson at 100%? That's a question that they're going to have to ask. Or could he injure himself further?
You'll have to answer that coming up next. 97.
WH1T FM and WX1T HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey station. Sports headlines. All day, every day. From the Sold by YC Sports Desk. This is 97.1.
Ticket brought to you by National Benefit Plans. The first NFL game of the season did not fail to entertain. A slugfest between the Bucs and the Cowboys that ended in a game-winning field goal and a 31-29 victory for Tampa at home as they began their title defense. 4 touchdowns for Tom Brady as he continues to defy Father Time in his 300th career regular season game, an NFL record that keeps getting longer.
In 2 miles, take exit 14C onto M39 and Southfield Freeway.
Taylor Decker, who's been sitting out with a finger injury and may be next man up for Jared Goff's blind side. Rookie Penny Sewell has been working at right tackle all offseason. The coaches say they're confident in him as the regular season is set to begin in 2 days at Ford Field. Tigers Hall of Famer Jack Morris expected back in the TV booth today after missing 10 broadcasts during his suspension. This weekend's matchup for the Tigers will be very tough, with the Tampa Bay Rays in town for a weekend set starting after 7 o'clock right here on 97.1 The Ticket. Matthew Boyd will take his turn in the rotation to begin the home series. There is a top 25 game tonight in college. Number 17 Coastal Carolina will host Kansas at 7:30 from Conway, South Carolina. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Chris Millar from Morrison 2 to 97.1 The Ticket and Odyssey.com.
Live from the Jamie Samuelson Studio, Stoney and Jansen on 97.1 The Ticket.
Our telephone number is 248-539-9797. That is the ticket text as
Stay in
well.
the
Still
second
ahead
lane
on
from
the
right.
program. Mike Valenti will join us at 9:02 as he does every Friday during the football season. By the way, I do want to mention this. It's so weird. I get a text.
Use
from
the
my
right 2
nephew
lanes to take exit 14C onto M39 and Southfield Freeway.
From Philadelphia. And around 4 o'clock, this is what he texts me. He goes,
Take the exit.
Possibly a murderer?
Saw this.
I said, what? And then he sends me this tweet.
7 Mile Road.
Any edge you can get, right, John?
Yes, yes.
It's like, oh my God.
And I mean, I actually sat down after the kids got home from school, turned the computer on, was looking at what's going on in the world today, and I hit the Twitter just to see what was happening in the Twitterverse, and I see DeAndre Swift trending, and I'm thinking, yeah, but maybe he's hurt, maybe he's gonna be out, maybe he's, what's going on, or is there big news? And so I click on it, and as I'm scrolling, you see all of the different memes and all of the different things that are going on, and it takes a little while before you actually get to the headline, and it
use the right lane to take exit 14 towards 7 Mile Road.
I'm thinking to myself, what is going on? But then you try and you Google DeAndre Swift news,
right,
or DeAndre Swift murder,
right,
or any of that, and nothing comes up. Like there's nothing except it's all on Twitter.
Right.
This is the world we live in right now.
Take the exit.
Twitterverse rules what we believe to be, factual and not factual, or something that you want to even look into. This is ridiculous.
That would be, or is the Decker?
In 3/4 of a mile, turn right onto West Adder Drive.
This true would be the most SOL moment ever. If you believe in SOL.
Yeah, but at least they're, okay, let's play that game. At least they have Jamal Williams. They can hand the ball off to.
That's true.
And they've got Jamar
Go past
Jefferson.
this light, then at the next one, turn
the
right.
Change positions. You would look away. Exactly. Pull the Stoney on that one.
At the light, turn right onto West Adder Drive.
For Taylor Decker, and when I said earlier, you don't want to create two problems by trying to solve one. This is something that, quite
Use
honestly,
the right lane to take the
Hank
exit,
Fraley
then
and
turn
Dan
right.
Campbell and everybody
At
else
the light,
involved in the
turn
offense,
right onto West
offense
McNichols Road.
should have a plan for. You're not just going to put Taylor Decker and these 5 offensive linemen out there and say, no one's ever going to get hurt. Well, okay, let's play the game. What if Taylor Decker gets hurt? Are we going to put Penei Sewell over there? We're going to put Matt Nelson at right tackle.
That stuff's already been thought of,
That's
right?
already been thought of.
In 3/4 of a mile,
So we're
turn
debating
right
this
onto
because
West
we
Adder
don't know
Drive.
the answer.
Right.
Hank Fraley already knows the answer of what's going to happen. And if you move Penei Sewell over, now all of a sudden you've got you're working with somebody new in Jonah Jackson as your guard, instead of the relationship hopefully that you've built with Hal Vaitai as your right guard. So again, you're creating a situation that it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a problem, but it could be. There's going to be an adjustment period. So just go ahead and keep from a left guard all the way over the same. And you can count on what you're going to get because you've seen it at practice, you've seen it in preseason games.
Turn right.
And then find a way to put Matt Nelson in there. And if he needs help, game plan some help.
If Decker's injury
At the
is
light,
serious,
turn right onto West Adder Drive,
look,
then
we
make
don't
a
think
U-turn
Eli's
at
gonna
Santa
win
Maria
anything
Street.
anyway, so in that aspect, it's not going to hurt them as far as, in my opinion, wins or losses. It'll obviously hurt their efficiency. But it would just be another, I know people are going to say, well, it's always been this way. It just seems, they should change the name of this sport league to the attrition football league. What's going on in Baltimore?
Injuries have been around forever.
But how would you like to be a fan of the Ravens? It's unbelievable.
And it always seems like every year there seems to be a trend. Like one year it seems like everybody
use the left lane to make a U-turn at Santa Maria Street.
Injury is the Achilles, and sometimes it's a position. This year it's we saw it with the Rams. It was a running back. Right. Now with the Baltimore, it's a running back.
Make a U-turn.
Is this the year
and
that
Marcus Peters too, though?
Back-to-back plays.
Yes.
How about that? And then John Harbaugh says, "We're done. We're done." After that one,
In
they
a
just
quarter
ended
mile,
practice.
the destination is on your
We're
right.
third.
9060 West Adder
They've already
Drive.
lost Dobbins, right?
Yep.
Justice Hill. Now Edwards.
Yep.
So their top 3 running backs, right?
Yep.
Then Marcus Peters.
Yep.
They've already, signed Le'Veon Bell?
He was on the practice squad.
According to Jacina Anderson, Latavius Murray will be at the Ravens facility Friday morning.
Who was just let go by New Orleans.
Yeah, because he wouldn't take a pay cut.
Right.
Not because of lack of productivity.
Right. So they've got options. It's
And,
not like they don't.
Devontae Freeman will be in today as well.
Yeah. And they have Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
So.
And they'll be at Ford Field, I believe, week 3. 3, right?
Mm-hmm. So it's, I don't want, this has always been a league of attrition.
I know.
It's a season of attrition. And it's, it's so injuries are nothing new to this, but, and let's not let's
destination is on your
about
right.
the Detroit Lions
9060 West
and
Outer
Taylor
Drive.
Decker missing possibly,
Arrived.
and I'm just going to throw out, what if he misses 4 weeks?
Right.
It makes no difference right now. And to my point,